This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
Where we want to educate you about our market, empower you to make wise decisions, and help you engage with our expert contributors. When you're thinking about retirement, and nobody really wants to think about it because it costs money to plan for retirement.
And some sacrifices.
But why would you even be thinking about that right now, Jeff? Why would you be thinking about retirement?
You need to think about retirement when you're healthy.
Right.
If you run into next week and all of a sudden you've fallen off a cliff or car wreck or sickness and your back's up against a wall.
Right.
You think about retirement when you're making the money, not when you need the money.
Right.
And in addition to that, if you put $2 into a savings account today, think what it's going to be worth in 20 years or 10 years. As opposed to putting $2 in retirement account the day before you retire.
Right. So let's say you want to set some money. What typically, is there a formula for how much we should be setting aside?
There is a formula, and it goes over and over and over again. You want to set aside 15% going forward of your earnings.
Okay. Well, what if my employer's giving me some? Can that count that?
That can count. That can count. If you've got a 401k with an employer match, you can count that into your 15%.
Okay.
And then there are benchmarks too that let you know how much you should have 20 years out from retirement, 15 years out from retirement, and 10 years out from retirement.
Cool.
And those are 3 times earnings at 20 years out, and 5 times earnings at 10 years out, and you've got to be close to
10 times earnings when you
want to retire.
So one of the things is save money. The other thing is some people decide when to go on Social Security or when not to. That's always a difficult decision.
That is
isn't
a good. If you're healthy, why quit work?
Yeah.
If you hit 65 and you're thinking, well, maybe I ought to retire or maybe I ought to not retire. If that question is crossing your mind and you feel like you can still work. Yeah. You've got a few more years that you can throw money into a 401k plan and let that money grow. The time, the compression of time that you have to live on your savings is going to decrease, and you'll have more in that retirement account. You can take Social Security when you're 62. If you put it off another 5 years, your monthly increase will be substantial.
Okay. All right.
Could be $800 a month. That is substantial.
That is substantial. What other things besides just saving? Are there other ways to put money away or generate income for when you're retired?
Well, let's first think about you've got a 401k plan at work.
Okay.
That's free money. If you've got an employer that's going to match that money, that is free money. You max out your 401k, your employer matches that. 2, there's an IRA if you want to contribute to an IRA and let that grow. And if you're young enough, you might think about a Roth IRA as opposed to a traditional IRA.
Right.
Then you're putting your money in after tax, and you're letting it grow, and you're never going to be taxed on that money, on the growth. Then there's other ways that you can prepare for retirement. This is probably one that you might really enjoy is real estate investment.
Never heard of that. Really good idea. That's a great idea,
It's a great idea.
Yeah, real estate investment.
You build up a stable of rental properties, and then you become a property manager. Sometimes it can be a hassle with renters and the wear and tear on a property. But if you get a good renter, you let that property gain some equity. You can always turn around and sell it, or just ride it out.
This has been Las Vegas Real Estate Now. Thanks for listening. And remember to tune in every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. on 101.5 FM, 720 a.m. KDAWN.